Hello everyone! Thank you so much for joining us today. I can't wait to share this look with you. It's one of my all-time favorites. Today's focus is going to be highlighting to the heavens and blending beautiful natural shades. I would say my celebrity inspiration for this look is Kendall Jenner. Now my skin is insanely dry naturally, so I love any high shine, glow, or dewy look. So to achieve this, I'm going to use a primer and a highlighter from Becca Cosmetics. I am starting with the primer. Now this primer is insane. It is the Backlight Priming Filter, and it adds instant shine and glow to the face the minute you put it on. I am absolutely obsessed with this. Again, me having dull, dry skin, this is my go-to for a primer. Can't live without it. So now it's time for my highlight. You can actually put this on over your foundation, but I'm starting with it all over my face since I'm trying to get the max amount of shine in this look. This product is called the Rose Gold Highlighter from Becca. It's amazing because once again, you can blend it into your foundation, you can put it on top, you can do whatever you'd really like with it. But I love the amount of shine that I get from this without it looking too glittery like most highlighters. Alright, so now we are going to prime our eyelids. I decided to show you guys a different way of doing this. I think that it's great to have an eye primer, but sometimes it's really nice to be able to just make your own. So what I've started here is I've put on the 24-hour eyelid primer from MAC. It's completely translucent, and yeah, it's 24 hours. I don't know who needs 24-hour eyeshadow, but sometimes, you might. Maybe you go to Vegas, who knows. So I put that all over my eyelid, and now I am putting my Sculpt Concealer, also from MAC, all over the eyelid and blending it into that eye primer before it fully sets. It's a great way to just come up with your own shade versus being stuck in one eye primer shade, and you can kind of build the coverage that you need on the eyelid, whether it's soft or full. Okay, next let's move on to brows. I'm using Anastasia product. I love the Dip Brow Pomade. It's amazing. I'm using it in the dark brown shade. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on my right side. I've already done my left brow and I'm doing my right. One of the things that I highly encourage is to keep some of your little characteristics to your face so we don't all look like little fembots walking around. I know for me, my left brow is slightly more arched than my right, and so usually I'll keep that characteristic just so that I have those little imperfections that make us even more beautiful. I think it's important to embrace our unique qualities. Not that brows are that serious, but I do think it's a good place to start. Okay, moving on. So right now I'm just finishing up my eye prep. I'm taking a NC25 concealer pen from MAC and just canceling out the redness in my eyes. Alrighty, obsession alert. I just showed you the best brush of all time for foundation. I have a lot of brushes that I like. I'm obsessed with my Beauty Blender, but this brush honestly feels just like my Beauty Blender. It's a flat foundation brush by MAC and it's number 196. I highly recommend that you go and try this one out. In this video, I'm using all Sculpt MAC products for my face. This is a Sculpt concealer. The foundation I used is also a Sculpt foundation. I love these products for my dry and really dull complexion. I just can't tell you enough how much I love these. So now what I'm going to show you is I'm applying this in a triangle shaped pattern onto my face. I'm just highlighting the cheekbone by already starting my concealer in this way. I'm showing you on the other side as well, just the shape that I put this on. Now I'm applying it to the bridge of my nose. Fun fact, my nose has been broken about 4 times, so I like to really contour out my nose and try to make it look as smooth and symmetrical as possible. I also put the concealer on my upper lip as well as my forehead just to start bringing in that nice glow factor with that highlight coming right from the center of my face. Now I'm going to do a soft contour. I usually say soft contour when referring to contouring with a powder. A hard contour I always do when I'm doing 2 different levels of concealers, a dark and a light. This color is amazing. It's a gray base color and it's actually a blush, but it looks more like a clay color. It's also a MAC product and it's called Taupe. The reason that I'm using a gray based color is because it looks a little bit more like a shadow, and I want to do a really nice warm blush over the top, and I don't want it to look too orange all over my face. I want to have dimension, I want to have shadows, highlights, and warmth in the areas that I want it. So now I'm going to deepen this contour a little bit by adding another shade from MAC called Swiss Chocolate. It's very dark, and so I'm putting it just on the very outside to give it that extra little oomph. Next, I am going to contour my nose with the taupe color that I used originally for my contour. I am taking that on the outside of my nose really, really lightly, as well as bringing it up into the eye socket just slightly. I'm not doing a really, really harsh contour, I'm just doing a little bit. And then I'm taking my concealer one more time and running that along the bridge of my nose just to smooth that out and make it look really dimensional but soft. Okay, it's blush time. I am obsessed with really peachy, soft shades. This one is called Modern Mandarin from MAC. I love it. It's a newer shade. I just feel like peach tones bring a lot of youthfulness to the face, and I'm only doing it on the apples of my cheeks, as well as blending it up just into that contour slightly. So you might be wondering what I'm doing. I'm actually making my own highlight color. I'm taking Beauty Powder from MAC, which is a limited edition soft pink, and I put a little bit of vanilla pigment, which is one of their actual eyeshadow pigments, in it to get a lot of high shine pop. I love this little trick, and I hope that you like it as well. So I am continuing to have a lot of fun with this highlighter. I'm putting it on the bridge of my nose and putting it all over the upper lip to give it a nice pouty finish, and then over my brows and in the center of my forehead as well. I feel that after applying blush or any type of powder to the face that you should let it sit just for a little bit, because your face usually likes to kind of soak it in afterwards. So now I'm moving on to the eye. This is the easiest eye look of all time. I am just taking the exact same blush that I used, so whatever your preference is, I'm using the same one, the Modern Mandarin, and I'm just blending it with a soft blending brush into my eye socket. I'm not trying to be too precise, I'm just creating a nice arched glow. You can also add a little bit of that contour color, like the taupe color, and put it on the outside of the corner of the eye if you want it to deepen up just slightly. The second step of this look comes from one of my favorite palettes, the Naked 2 palette. I love this palette. If you don't have it, you need to go get it. The color that I'm using here is called Suspect, and it's a very beigey, golden, shimmery color. I feel like it goes really nice with the Modern Mandarin color that I have on my crease. Easiest eye makeup ever, right? So now I'm going in with a flat brush. I'm just putting a little bit underneath on my lower lash line. It's just a mixture of both eyeshadow colors, the Modern Mandarin and the Suspect in the Naked 2 palette. So the rest of this look is really simple. You're just gonna rough line your eye on the top and apply a ton of mascara. Then we're gonna finish with some lashes. I'm using Ardell Double Ups. Now watch the difference of where this makeup look goes. Before, after, bam. It is crazy what a good lash can do, especially for these really soft, natural makeup looks. So now for final touches, I'm just going to take some more of that vanilla pigment by itself, put that on my upper lip to highlight, put it on my nose, put it on the inner corners of my eyes, and then maybe even dust a little bit underneath my brow. I don't want it to look too frosted, but that's why I love this vanilla pigment. It adds shine without being outdated looking. And now, the holy grail of liquid lipsticks. This is Kat Von D Bow and Arrow, and it is my new favorite. It is so beautiful. I'm sure that you've seen it all over Instagram and all over your social media because it's just that awesome. It's deep, but it still looks really soft and kissable, and it is seriously just so beautiful. Like this velvety camel color. I obviously cannot shut up about this. It's so awesome. Okay, I'll stop. So that is the final touch for this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try it. It's so easy and so beautiful. If you guys do try this look, please tag me in it. I would love, love, love to see it. My Instagram name is beauty_by_Cassie. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.